Hi there, it's Peter here.
Threat that they also need to deal with, and their wave clear is pretty bad. Like, this OG lineup, how do they push out the creep waves that Burning sends in? They have to send heroes. They have nothing. Arguably, Rocket Flare, it's good, but it's not enough. And as far as
he lost to the
XXS is possibly getting out of the haunt. He should be dying here. Why are they holding the haunt? Alright, they wait for his blink. They didn't want to haunt for them. Surprising. I think that was a free kill. At this point, these kills, No-Tail should definitely try to claim them, even if it costs a haunt. I don't think there's anything worth saving it for right now. They have the Aegis.
He's worried about the full push on top. But then again, yeah, you're right.
He could have probably even... doesn't he have a TP? Oh, he actually doesn't have a TP. I don't know. Maybe miscommunication there. Maybe they thought they had him.
If he haunted into the bottom lane, we would have been right next to the shop for a TP.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to die from one TP, though. There's no single hero on IG that can kill him apart from Anti-Mage, and he was not in the neighborhood. You haunt, and you find out where he is.
You were talking about it in like the first 5-10 minutes about like the Anti-Mage build, like what does he get for the control, and Abyssal Blade was one of the big things you said. Now, he got the Basher, but he's going for Butterfly next in his quick buy.
That's good too. Both items are good. He just, it's like the two items have different strengths. Obviously, the Abyssal would allow him to engage and try to kill off a key hero, whereas the Butterfly will make him way more sustainable in case he does get caught by a perfect execution from OG. Great against obviously both the Dragon Knight and Spectre. Neither hero really wants to buy an MKB at this point, so it will be very valuable for defensive purposes. Just wanted to say, by the way, this game kind of reminds me of, there was a phase with Liquid, I think, where Kuroki played Riki.
Yeah.
And the way the game went was that Kuro would die multiple times in the early game, gathering information, forcing out a lot of detection purchase, forcing rotations. And at the end of the day, it was like he could be 0-5, 0-6, 0-7 on Riki, and you could have felt like he had a huge impact in the game just because of how much tension he dragged away.
Well, he was
it feels like the exact same game to me, honestly. This Riki has been such a nuisance to OG, and they countered it and they did well, but it gave space. It gave so much space to this Anti-Mage that's working out. Similar style we've seen from a team like Adfinum in the past. This turn, obviously, Mouse Sports. With maybe next time playing Riki or Bounty Hunter. They used those heroes in Adfinum to give Madara a good game on his hard carry Slark.
That jump forward, they get the dust off on Bobrika. They were trying to give him the farm. It was even an empowered Riki jumping in and taking out a full creep wave up on top. They're trying to get him his Aghanim Scepter.
The thing about this is that OG have no idea what he's buying.
He kept it secret because if he bought the point boost, he would have revealed it.
He hasn't shown any component, so what will happen eventually when he gets this Aghanims is that Storm will jump in, they will use their abilities, and OG will probably get really confused in the first fight, like trying to fight the Riki, and that's a problem.
Yep.
So that is a problem. And I mean,
he was having a bit of a guess. Q was there doing the dewarding, Magnus was in the neighborhood, but the line was wrong. And Burning's almost done. In fact, if he sells the mines, he's actually done.
This is a nicely educational game of why, when people look at games and they only look at the kill score and they're like, They look at that and they decide who's leading the game. It can be extremely misleading. Every other metric than gold and just creep kills right now is pointing in OG's favor. They have higher kills, they have the Roshan, they've taken all tier 2 towers apart from one. They are losing this game right now. They are losing it really hard, actually.
Look at that net worth. It's still going the way of IG, and there was never really a point where you could say like OG had real control over this game. Even with their kills, even with the jump arounds, it felt like it was happening with the DK. But IG perfectly slowed it up. They split pushed it out. And OG never really got the opportunity that was...
And this to me is just, Burning's going to get out of that, I think. Oh, they might try for a hook.
He actually got himself out of the Wukong command, jumped down. Jirax has it with the Gem of True Sight. There's nowhere to hide, and that's no Ricky for 2 seconds.
They might be able to get a tower, but Invictus effectively managed to completely delay OG for 5 minutes, so this Aegis had no impact at all. They didn't get a single tower with it because of the split push. OG had to defend. Very nicely done. Like this is world-class play in my opinion from IG. You're looking at a team that has 5 kills. They're playing an amazing game. Like this is super good stuff from them. And OG are playing great as well. They're just their lineup is has hit its point of weakness already. Like they haven't been able to get enough out of it. But when you look at the flow of the game, I don't feel like they've just missed an obvious and easy opportunity to win the game. Like they're not playing bad Dota. It's just
the only
they're just getting
missed was not haunting for the Magnus, and that was it. Like everything else has been according to plan. It's just IG have slowed up their plan. Now the opportunity is Durax hiding under the cover of the Shadow Blade, hook shot forward. The Spectral Illusions actually tank most of it, but the Spectral Haunt gets them closer. Q will go down. This is the big opportunity OG were looking for. They need these kills. OP so low on mana, he can Bloodstone deny himself if he wants to. The Dragon Tail stun, Anna holding in position. Is there a force up? Is there something? There's a Lincoln Spear. Jumping inside. There's your Bloodstone denial, and Burning wants to keep fighting him. The force up is there, but the RP is better. Catching out 2. Now you can jump in, but Bobrick got stunned. He couldn't follow through. It's a Ricky Maru. Neither could Burning. No man to reveal, but the Lincoln Spear triggered. He has to bounce back to his tier 3 tower.
They killed the Dragon Knight. That's base defended easily. OG can't do anything with this Dragon Knight dead.
And Burning's back to pushing and farming again.
That was a nice move from OG though here, finding this pick off. And they, in a way, you know, a moment ago when I said they've played a good game, I would have liked to see a bit more hunger in this when it comes to killing the cores. It's not easy, you know. In a way, it doesn't sound too hard when you have like Clockwork, Hookshot, and Spectral Haunt, but the way IG has managed to push out these lanes and make the kills difficult, it's not that easy for OG. But there must have been a couple of times where they had a chance, at least, of going on this AM, and it might have failed. You know, maybe they try it and it doesn't work. But if you don't try at all, it just strategically feels inevitable that this will happen. Like if they don't catch Burning ever, OG has played enough Dota to know that this is happening, and they know what kind of caliber team they're facing. So
yeah,
this will happen against any top team in the world that gets to play like this with Anti-Mage and Magnus eventually. And at this point, it's really difficult. I think that last fight is almost the best they can hope for. They got a great Haunt, they got the hookshot in, they followed through with the Spectre, the Spectre and the Dragon Knight getting great damage off. The Boundless Strike from Jerax was pretty much perfect. And still, they ended up trading, what was it, Dragon Knight for the 2 poor supports and ultimately the Magnus, I believe they did get. Or was it Storm? It was Storm with Bloodstone Suicide.
Yeah, Storm with the Suicide. Yeah.
So, but that was definitely good.
It was good,
but marginal change.
IG still got some pretty good hits off. Like the fact you got that RP to happen. Yeah, Jirax made a lot of space, but I think both sides are getting a lot of work done. And Jirax is again, with his Gem of True Sight, they've managed to bypass the Ricky. Burning jumps over. Jirax doesn't find his opening until he finds the Ricky. Hits the perfect stun. A quick hook shot from S4, and Anna wants to go in deeper, but the RP is out. The global silence. Anna can't fight this one, or can he? Where's the damage? Burning with a double kill. He'll end the streak. You'll go into the Nova. This needs to create space. It's not perfectly on top of the hill, but it's close. IG will have to bail out, and the stun, it connects on the silencer. 2 for 2 trade-off, but again, you've got no DK. No doesn't want to fight this one. In fact, none of OG want to.
This combination of spells is very, very nice, and something classic that we've seen apply in a lot of his drafts. We've seen Paul. Oh, he is dead.
In perfectly.
Great word.
Instant Abyssal Blade trigger as well, so there's no way for Fly to have any chance to jump out of that.
When
and
Fly,
that's 3 heroes down with only 1 buyback.
When Fly picks Phoenix, they like to have a secondary teamfight hero that sets up nicely with the Supernova. In this case, it's Wukong's command with the Basher. We've seen them do it with Trend Protector, with Overgrowth. We've seen them do it with Earth Spirit, with all of his combination of sounds and stun. It's a nice combo to see him play there. It's just too late. It's been too hard for them to find the conditions to do that.
Bunny didn't even need to Abyssal Blade then. The Gem of True Sight's on the deck. OP will take it. I don't think Durex really meant to hold on to the Gem of True Sight when he went in for that suicidal play. But it was a first hit bash from Burning. So you lose Gem, you lose your Monkey King, and you just lost your entire bottom ranks.
Yep, he has a higher net worth than Dragon Knight and Spectre combo. So he's actually maxed out. He could get Travels 2 and a Moon Shard. I think we're going to see him buy the Shard right now. And there it is. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Let's watch him.
Sadly, this point is probably not going to be the deciding factor. It's just going to be like the icing on the cake.
He's not even moving it. Okay, now it's in there.
And now eat it.
Sadly, this point is probably not
So,
going to be the deciding factor.
go on.
It's just going to be like the
Do a
icing on the
bubble
cake.
Roshan's up and available.
Alright, so just what Tricks of the Trade does, increases duration and allows you to target an allied hero, hiding within them for the duration. Scepter bonus duration plus 4 seconds. So Tricks of the Trade lasts currently 9 seconds? Really?
Allows you to target an allied hero, hiding within them for the duration.
It sounds right, but that's a long time.
That is a really long time, actually. Well, I want to see it. Let's go.
Yeah, looking to fight. Let him jump in.
Public's like, wait for me!
Oh, Fly! Don't take me! Orchid's up, they jump in quickly. Anna actually jumps to force. It's good splash damage. Magnus will fall. Briggs the RP up with the Mana Void. It's so much damage onto the DK. He can't survive it. Durex has to go into the Wukong command. Has to get the double stun. Both the Ricky plus Storm Spirit called out. S4 couldn't create the space, however, even with the cogs. A triple kill for Burning. And that may be all she wrote. Invictus Gaming have all of the power, aka they have the Burning to push him through the mid. Easy bashes onto the spec. They will actually retreat. No big ultimates available left anymore.
They forced 2 buybacks and 3 of the heroes are low health. That's more than good enough. We did get to see the Tricks of the Trade there, by the way. He used it on the Magnus, who unfortunately didn't get to use RP and did die, but Tricks of the Trade continues even when the host dies. So Boboka was spinning there for a good like 7 or 8 seconds, so yeah, I guess so.
You're making him sound like a parasite.
This is... Look at him. What do you think?
He's a freaking... Is all walled now?
A parasite, yeah.
Gee, where are you going to head? Like, Roshan is up, and this may be like their Hallelujah play at the moment. They're probably thinking IG are in there doing it. Durax with the Shadow Blade, just creeping around the back. Remember that RP is still available, and a big pick if they can take it. Tricks of the Trade is out. The hook shot in from S4. He needs to create space, but he's lost Notel inside the cogs, combining him with the Nova. He'll have to blink away, able to do so. So the Nova ineffective, and you've already lost Notel. The RP Blink Skewer dragging back the Dragon Knight, and that will be the game. They've lost 2 of their big heroes with no buybacks available. The bottom wave is pushing in. Burning will help kill off Roshan, but he doesn't even need the Aegis at this point of the game.
Well, I'm going to throw this on the Storm Spirits. Great Aegis carrier. Jarek's doing his best here.
Oh, Boberka, he knew! He had the Crawling Blade out, he jumped up, he went for the silence, and you'll lose Durax as well. You don't Monkey King Boberka. It just doesn't happen.
He's kind of playing... When he's playing against Monkey King, it seems like, for his team at least, he's always thinking about the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Just thinking, what would I do myself in this position? And then just already preparing for the counterplay in case it is indeed there, because he can easily put himself in Jarek's shoes in this game. Yeah, what can you say? IG.
Too good.
Excellent game from them. There isn't really much more to say about it. If you can hemorrhage this many kills and it still feels like you're in control of the game and you're doing it all with a purpose, it just shows that you have a really sound strategy and a game plan and you're executing it. This was...
He's even using his tricks of the trade right now on OP. He's going to jump in. That's a fresh basher that's out as well. Still doing the damage. The smoke screen perfect on top of Fly. OP can't finish the job, but in fact now, No-Tel finding one. They're looking for another one. OP on the run. Not a lot of mana, but the skewer out from XXS. The Aegis Immortal will trigger. Burning blinks away to safety. Still a lot better on the field, but OP, the mana is up. Ball Lightning's away to safety. S4 was the one that actually gave No-Tel the space by hooking into the back lines.
Maybe that Storm Jump was a little cocky.
Yeah.
Arguably.
I think also...
But he ends up only losing his pocket Ricky, so...
Like, he used, what, 4 seconds? 4.5 seconds of the tricks of the trade just standing in front of the towers?
I think so. They
jumped in?
They wasted a bit of the time on it. They kind of have a really big buffer at this point. I think something to think about in this game, like, for all intents and purposes, this game should be over by now. It's an almost impossible comeback for OG with how far behind they are. So, looking forward for them, I think, based on what we've seen today, this is the best team, IG. I think this has been 2 outstanding games from them. So
it also feels like though IG is OG's kryptonite.
Exactly. It seems to be a bad matchup for them, and I don't think OG looked bad in this game, to be honest. I actually think they looked pretty damn good for a big portion of the game. It's just they were outclassed by a bit, but it's still, if you want to look forward in this Swiss format, like who is expected to go further, I think OG will drop this game, but almost no matter who they face in the mid, they will be the favorites based on this game. And arguably, maybe game 1 wasn't as hot, but still there were some good fight in that as well. So IG are just looking, in this series, are just looking on another level.
Well, IG now have the tankiest of all anti-mages, 3.5k life. He picked up the heart, traded out his BTs for this, and Storm Spirit, the long jump, in once again, and with the tricks of the trade, the stun, the up, he is out, hookshot space is being created, but nowhere near enough. It is all in favor of IG. Ghost will bite sometime for S4, but he still goes down to Burning, who is beyond godlike. Jirax let the ulti out. OP will deny himself up, actually giving a little more life to Burberry to survive just that little bit longer. Skill from XXS off target. Where's your buyback? Where's your survive building? No-Tel try to jump around, but he knows it's completely futile. It's more style points at the end. Invictus Gaming will wipe OG just like the DAC finals. Except this one. Best of 3.
Is that laughing there? Is that OP?
It's the entire team. They're having a great time.
So obviously,
OG just like the DAC finals. This one.
Is that laughing there? Is that OP?
It's the entire team. They're having a great time.
So obviously,
Gaming will wipe OG just like the DAC finals. This one was only a best.